At a company dinner, my husband peeled a shrimp for his female assistant. I didn't say a word right then. Got home, bought 10 pounds of shrimp, dumped them in front of him. Peel. You're pretty good at it. A man with no boundaries, you either put up with him or you move on. I'm a bit of a clean freak, and I was perfectly happy with my arranged marriage husband because he knew how to carry himself. So this company dinner, I walk in, and some girl I've never seen before is putting a sea cucumber into Gu Jingchen's bowl. I smiled, said hi to the managers at the table, then turned to look at this girl who hadn't even stood up. This is Mrs. Gu, our CEO's wife. Hello, ma'am. I'm the CEO's new secretary, Lin Weiwei. Nice to meet you. Please look after me. I smiled, said nothing, and sat down. I made small talk with everyone, but my eyes stayed on Gu Jingchen and Lin Weiwei across the table. I watched him casually eat the sea cucumber she'd put in his bowl. Then she picked up a shrimp with her chopsticks, put on this helpless look, and kept glancing over at him. Gu Jingchen frowned slightly, took the shrimp, slipped on a disposable glove, peeled it, and dropped the shrimp meat into her bowl. I narrowed my eyes, pulled out my phone, and texted our housekeeper Chen Yi. The message had barely sent when Lin Weiwei, who'd barely said a word, suddenly spoke up. Ma'am, you're so lucky. Married to someone as capable as Mr. Gu, you just get to stay home. Not like us working girls grinding just to get by. Brand new hire. She really had no idea how things worked. Lin Weiwei froze. Clearly didn't expect me to be so direct. Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean anything by it. I just say it like it is. Don't take it personally. I just see how nice you dress and everything, and I feel for Mr. Gu. He worked so hard to build this company. I couldn't help smiling. I rested my chin in my hand and said nothing. What are you talking about? You think Mrs. Gu is just a housewife? In here, we call her Mrs. Gu, but step outside and everyone calls her President Shen. Lin Weiwei looked completely lost. The sales manager beside her leaned in and whispered, Mr. Gu and President Shen married through a family arrangement. She's the sole heir to Shen Group. What are you even saying? Apologize, now. Lin Weiwei went pale. She bit her lip, eyes filling up fast. Gu Jingchen caught my half smile and said, Apologize to my wife. Going forward, read the room, know your place. If you don't know, ask. If you can't do it, learn. I'm sorry. I stood up, didn't even look at her. I've got another dinner to get to. Enjoy, everyone. We'll catch up another time. By the time I wrapped up, it was already 10 at night. Gu Jingchen was still waiting. He opened the car door for me like always. We chatted a little on the drive home. Nothing heavy, just easy. Got home. I slid the 10 pounds of shrimp Chen Yi had prepped right across the table toward him. The whole table was covered. He looked confused. I gave him my sweetest smile. Honey, peel them for me. Didn't you eat enough tonight? You didn't need this many, so how are you gonna finish all this? He was about to call Chen Yi down to handle it. I cut him off. I want you to peel them, with your own hands. He paused, slowly shook his head. You know I have a thing about this. Really? Because at dinner tonight I watched you peel one for the new girl just fine. So that's what this is. You're jealous. That's rare. I didn't think you ever got jealous. She's just a new intern, barely out of school, doesn't know how to act. I was just being nice. If it bothered you, I won't do it again. I looked up at his face, inches from mine. 30 years old, and time had barely touched him. If anything, he just looked more solid, more settled. Gu Jingchen, out of all the candidates they put in front of me, do you know why I picked you? Because you were clean. Your parents told me you had a thing about personal boundaries. You didn't like getting too close with people you barely knew. Didn't like anyone crossing your line. Funny enough, same as me. Our marriage is a deal between the Shen family and the Gu family. These past few years we've made it work. I want to keep it clean, for us and for both families. Don't disappoint me. Now peel every one of these. Consider it your punishment for the first time you didn't keep your distance. Good boy. I don't know what time Gu Jingchen went to bed, but when I woke up the next morning, the table was covered in bowls, all full of peeled shrimp. Chen Yi stood quietly off to the side. Chen Yi, you've got a big family, right? Take these home. He peeled them himself, so they should be good. Don't say no. After that, life went back to normal. That whole thing felt like just a small bump in the road. A little seasoning for the marriage, if anything. He was actually better to me than before. Then a month later, he picked me up for a family dinner, and on the way there, Lin Weiwei was sitting in the passenger seat, wearing this little smug look on her face. Hello, ma'am. You look amazing today. Gu Jingchen looked completely unfazed, like there was nothing wrong. Lin Weiwei jumped in. Mr. Gu's just dropping me off on the way. I get carsick. That's why I'm up front. I dropped my smile, yanked open the passenger door. Get out! Lin Weiwei's smile froze. She turned and looked at Gu Jingchen for help. Gu Jingchen looked at me, a little helpless. Out. Let my wife sit there. Lin Weiwei bit her lip and got out, clearly not happy about it. She reached for the back door. I stopped her cold. Who said you could get in? I took a breath, pulled out $200 and tucked it into her pocket. Can't even afford a cab? Rough. I've got it. Go home. Stay safe. Gu Jingchen stood there looking kind of awkward, eyes going between me and Lin Weiwei. I looked at Gu Jingchen. Jingchen, this is on you. If your employees can't even afford a cab, that's a management problem. Starting tomorrow, review transportation allowances for all level 3 and above staff. Bump it 10%. Put it on the company tab. Lin Weiwei was shaking. Ma'am, I may be broke, but I have my dignity. What gives you the right to throw money at me like that? I shot back. You're broke enough to hitch a ride with the CEO instead of taking a cab. How is me covering your fare an insult? Would it only be fine if he drove you home himself? That's some expensive dignity you've got. While you've been standing here wasting our time, Mr. Gu and I have a multi-million-dollar deal to discuss. If he'd driven you home, what exactly would you pay us back with? I laughed under my breath and got in the car. Gu Jingchen started the engine without a word. Through the rearview mirror, I could see Lin Weiwei still standing there, biting her lip, looking like the world had just ended. The car was quiet, almost suffocating. But I wasn't going to be the first one to talk. His place wasn't far from the estate. I figured it was on the way anyway, so why? I've told you before I like that you're clean, because I'm the same way. Last time, the shrimp thing, we let that go, and today you let her ride shotgun. I'm giving you 3 chances. Today was number 2. I'm not asking for much, just be the way you used to be. Keep your distance, hold the line, that shouldn't be hard for you. Gu Jingchen, don't let me down. The car pulled smoothly up to the Gu family estate.